Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Howard and I am a watch enthusiast. I don't work in the watch industry. I'm certainly not a pro. So I use my spare time to find watches for review, and my reviews are primarily my own personal point of view. If you're already a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for your support. And if this is your first time watching my video or has not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you could consider subscribing, because your support is the most important motivation for me to continue to do videos like this. So today I want to do a quick look of the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Sky-Dweller. So Rolex has two Dweller series. One is the more well-known, perhaps, the Sea-Dweller. That's a deep dive watch. The other one is the Sky-Dweller. Dweller basically means where do you live. Like, he's a city dweller. He lives in the city. So Sky-Dweller obviously implies you live in the sky, meaning this is a travel watch. This is a watch for global travelers. And it's, it's sort of like a GMT. I will explain later. But it's my first impression is, man, it's a big, heavy watch. 42 millimeters. It's pretty big. And 172 grams weight, 6.08 ounces, and the 14 millimeters thick, man. This is a very thick, big watch, very substantial. I haven't held a watch this big and heavy. It's only got the white gold on the bezel. So this watch, this fluted, signature fluted bezel is white gold, but the rest, I believe, are oyster steel or stainless steel, right? So it's not a precious metal watch because its complication is quite a few features. That's why it's very, very heavy. So this particular one is the bright blue dial and the Jubilee bracelet. It obviously also has the oyster, but this is the beautiful, beautiful Jubilee bracelet. Again, 42 millimeters, 14 millimeters thick, very heavy. Rolex call this white roller sword. It's basically a combination of stainless steel and gold. And again, the bezel is gold. The rest are stainless steel. The exact thickness, I believe, is 13.8, not quite exactly 14. And lug to lug is, 50.4, if I recall correctly. It's got a bi-directional rotatable Rolex ring command. I'll show you a little bit later. That's actually use that to adjust time. So the key feature is you actually have a lot of functions of this. You have a regular time right now. It's 8:26. You have a second time zone, whatever you want to call it. Home, signified by this red triangle. It's pointing at 9. So your home is 9:27. Your local time here is 8:27. And you have the date, and then you have the month. So the 12 sticks also represent Jan, Feb, March, April, May, and all the way June, July, August, September, October. So right now, if you have the red indicator on, that means it's October. And if that red moves into the next one, it's November, then December. So it's got quite a bit feature. That's why it's hefty, heavy watch with the GMT function. Got the, basically, think of it as sort of like annual calendar feature. Other general features, screw down crown, interlock, double waterproof. It's not triple like the diving watch. So it's still got 100 meters, 330 feet, waterproof, sapphire crystal glass. That's pretty standard. And obviously the signature Cyclops lens for the date. It uses the caliber 9001. Obviously, most Rolex watches, you don't see anything. It's a plain back with nothing on it, no design, no words. Pretty standard. Caliber 9001, got, perpetual calendar, mechanical self-winding, dual time zone. They call that dual time zone or GMT. Annual calendar, sorry, not perpetual calendar. So, precision, obviously, all the Rolex, pretty much, the certified suppletive chronometer, which is the COSC and the Rolex certification, is plus minus plus 2 seconds a day after casing, and the power reserve 72 hours. Stainless steel bracelet, Jubilee 5-link, signature Jubilee 5-link, beautiful links, folding, just one fold, not double fold, with a Rolex little name and the Rolex logo here. It has a actually easy, easy link 5mm adjustment right here. So it's pretty good adjustment, micro adjustment. The dial, it's a bright blue dial. It's actually quite reflective. It's highly legible chroma light with a long-lasting blue, luminescent. What else? Oh, by the way, so the hand indices, the indices, and also the Rolex crown, I believe they're white gold as well. So as I mentioned earlier, so this ring, signature fluted bezel, usually the fluted bezel represents precious metal, gold. I'm not 100% sure if the Rolex changed that, but traditionally that's the case. So this ring actually has function to adjust your regular local time, the jumping hour, and the date, month. You use the ring. So the way it works is, you loosen the crown. I think you pull out to the first position, that stop, the hacking second. And you turn this ring all the way to the left, because you can turn left and right in 3 positions. So this is currently all the way to the left. This is where you adjust the hours, the minutes. So when you adjust this, you can see the 24-hour disk is also changing. That's how you get the 24-hour local time correct. Let's say I want a 1:30. So let's actually do a 2:30. So now you see the red triangle pointing at 2:14, so that's 2:30. So that's how you get the home time correct. To adjust the local time, you turn clockwise by 1, then the second hand will start moving, and then now you adjust your hours here. If your local time is 8:30, there you go. And then to change the date and the month, you just turn to the final position, the 3rd position. So when you change this, you will see that the date is moving, 28, 29, 30, and then when you go to, I think, October, you only got 31, then watch from 31 to 1, the month jumps from October to November. Go back 30, 31, go to November 1st, the red jumps. So that's how you adjust all these features. Let's put on the wrist to see how this feels. Okay, my wrist is pretty small, 6.5 inches, 16.5 centimeters. Man, first impression, it's very heavy. Very heavy. The number doesn't show it's very heavy, 172, it's on the heavier side, but because it's 14 millimeters thick, man, this thing looks like a deep diving watch thickness. 42 millimeter case, for a small wrist like mine, I can handle it if I really want a big watch, because the bracelet directly drops vertically on the edge. So it's not too bad. You do see a little bit of a space here popping up. I think these bigger cases, I'm not sure if this one falls into the category or considered, the super case or maxi case. It just looks big and the edge doesn't taper down as much. Feels very substantial and big. I think, if you have a 7-inch or, 17 and a half wrist, it'd be great to showcase. What a beautiful Beautiful dial, but for me, it's way too thick, unfortunately. I'm not going to be able to handle a watch like this. Beautiful Jubilee and the Rolex. So, if you think about this watch, I mean, it's a beautiful, nice watch, especially the blue. Oh, it looks so impressive. I mean, there are a lot of other colors. I think white, black, I believe. It's very popping, right? It's just very impressive. But in reality, I have not seen anyone in person. Pre-pandemic, I traveled quite a bit from U.S. to Asia. And also, because of my regular work, as I said, I'm not a watch guy in the industry. I have a regular work, busy job. But my industry, a lot of folks have decent watches. A lot of, the GMTs, Masters, the subs, occasionally you may even see Explorer. But I've never seen someone wear the Sky-Dweller. It's interesting. I mean, it's a beautiful, nice watch. But I don't know, it's because it's so big and so thick. Maybe that turns people off a little bit, but I mean, really impressive, nice watch. The official retail price in the US is $15,450, 15450 plus sales tax. The price only went up by $400 or 2.7% compared to end of last year price. So quite a bit lower than other peer stainless steel watches like the GMTs. The subs, the Explorer, those went up by almost 11% at the beginning of 2022. But the secondary market price, though, they have gone up quite a bit. I remember end of last year, this piece in the secondary market, brand new, unused, is around 34 to 35,000. But right now, mid-March, it's almost 41,000. That went up by $6,000, quite a bit. But again, what a beautiful, nice piece. Yes, a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger. If you own one, yeah, please comment, how you like it compared to the GMT Master 2. Why do you choose it? In the comments below. So once again, this is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Sky-Dweller. Reference number 326934. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.